Welcome back, everyone, to Pro and Noob. We are starting season 3 of Attack on Titan, the first 3 episodes.
Man, I love this shit. I love this shit, bro.
I have had to keep so fucking quiet, Jarod. It's unbelievable. I almost told you last week and I didn't. But this man says
how
coup every
excited have
week.
you been for
Oh,
me?
very excited.
The whole
very
time I'm
excited.
like, there's going to be a military
Very
coup.
excited.
There's going to be a military coup. The military's going to overthrow the government. It's going to happen. It's got to happen.
Very excited.
I'm like, oh my God, this is the Weimar Republic. It's about to happen. I can fucking tell. I can tell it's about to happen. Oh my God.
Been very excited. Been very excited.
Oh.
Yeah. Bit of a slow start. I want to just, because I like talking about intros and stuff. I think it's an important part of everything, especially here, because it's not my favorite for Attack on Titan by any means. I like the song, I like the visuals. It's just
it is hilariously.
It is such a tonal change.
It is like it. Not even is it a tonal change? It's like it's tonally deceptive.
Mm.
Like if I showed that intro to somebody and said, okay, do you or do you not think that you are going to have a POV shot of someone being eaten by a monster?
Mm.
Do you or do you not think a mother is going to get snapped like a flash, like a glow stick? Pardon my hiccups. And then dropped into the mouth like a grape? How many horrific murders do you think you're going to witness based on this intro?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. No. Not a lot. No. Also, super underwhelmed by the outro. I was hoping for more of the scary kind of choir, like felt like a biblical text.
No. I'll leave you with that reaction.
I say I'm gonna rewatch it closer. I was also kind of in this. This is one of the times where, like, because for those of you at home, and to date this episode very well, to watch the Steelers lose the playoffs this week, Taylor and I decided to just, because like normally we can get away with just having like Paramount Plus and Peacock to watch football and Prime. But it was Monday Night Football when the Steelers were playing, so we were like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna upgrade to like the Disney, Hulu, ESPN bundle."
Is that why you get no ads anymore?
And that is why I don't have ads on Hulu anymore. And I asked her, I was like, will this be Hulu with no ads? And she was like, I don't think so. I know it's not Hulu with live TV. I was like, maybe.
Did you get an ad watching this though?
Nope. Not a single advertisement while I was watching, or advertisement, as you like to say, or advert.
Advert, yeah.
No one's ever said
advertisement.
I've heard advertisement.
Only Americans I've heard saying that.
But no, I didn't get a single ad. So it wasn't like I was like, okay, I don't have time to watch the intros and the outros. I'm just gonna get the thing. This time I was like, I need to watch what happens next. Oh my God.
Yeah, I like the intro purely because I feel like it worked better when you had the wait between season 2 and season 3. Because to me, this is remember that these are kids. Remember that these are kids. These are 15, 16-year-olds. Remember that these are kids, please. Like, they've been together since this young age. It's been going on since they were 5, at least. Remember that they're kids. Remember this dynamic. This dynamic is very important to this entire thing.
100%.
And I like it from that perspective. I like it individually, as I said. Like each part, I really do like it. It's not an intro that's going on my playlist. No.
Right.
No. I will forget about it. I see it, I enjoy it.
When we do this next, I'm going to watch the outro psychotically closely.
I mean, just watch it psychotically closely every week. You've got no ads now, but no excuse.
I guess you're right.
You can spare 3 minutes now for both.
But But no, I was really interested in this one. I will say I felt a little bit of whiplash,
Art
only
style?
because, huh?
Art style?
Not even the art style. Like there was a part of me. What's interesting is I went into the first two seasons going, I don't remember, like again that like kind of cultural osmosis. I didn't think Attack on Titan looked like this. I was like, faulty memory, you know. And then I
You're
get to
getting
hear it, I'm like,
closer to what you remember.
oh, okay. But now it's even weirder that this is what I remember seeing kind of in passing, but now it is but now it's weirder to me because I got used to the old one. You know, it's kind of a weird Ouroboros of what
Yeah.
feels what feels like what it's supposed to look like, quote unquote. But no, it was more the whiplash of I did not expect, maybe not even expect is the right word. I was just kind of thrown for a loop because we kind of start the story here with the Scout Regiment and the new Levi Squad being outlaws and kind of on the run. You know, that at first it feels like, well, they're doing it because this mission requires them to be covert and they can't be in one place for too long. And they know something is afoot, but they're not quite sure what. And it just felt weird being dropped in the middle of the story while they're already on the, like, again, what feels like they're already on the run.
Because
You know, like, that's what felt weird because there's a clear point where they are now on the run.
Yeah.
But it feels like they're already on the run when it starts.
Yeah.
And that was a little whoa, kind of dissonant.
No, it is a bit weird because they're, you know, I genuinely forgot, and I actually Googled it watching it last night. Was there a time jump? Because it feels like there's a time jump.
It does.
Even though you see Irvin in the same spot he was last season, you know, Sasha's wearing the same clothes. They're all virtually in the same spot. And it's only a week. There's a tiny little jump, but it's only a week. A lot happens in that week, apparently. But it is very like, hold on a minute, what's going on here?
Well, the scouts go from like just doing their work in the open to being a covert operation again, especially the Levi squad. But even like I said, like this feels like they're hiding out. You know, we need to leave and make it look like we were never here. You know, there's like y'all were not talking that way when I watched this a few days ago, and it's weird to hear you get talking like that only a week after. You know, y'all had to talk to the bigwigs about some shit's weird, and we need to figure this out. But no, I really like the tone. Watching the intro when I saw it, I was like, who's that guy in a trench coat and a cowboy hat?
Who's this guy that does not belong in this place whatsoever?
Mitch, please hit. But no, I was just, you see this guy, you know, I was like, what the hell is this guy? And I will say also, and this isn't a complaint because it's not. It's just one of those like fun little like idiosyncrasies with certain media. I love that we are. I like the show up to this point has felt very like 1800s coded.
Yeah.
And then it kind of like out of nowhere is like, no, we're more like early 19 teens. And like that felt kind of sudden as well, of like, oh, like there's a shift here too, like, and not just in like the handguns, you know, like they reach into their coat and they pull out a Glock. Like it doesn't look like it doesn't look like your normal service pistols. It doesn't look like a 6-shooter. Like that's just a handgun from the modern planet Earth. And not complaining about it. And that just kind of threw me for a loop. And then we get
the
way
hiding something.
But then we get like Levi's clothing feels like dramatically modern, and most of it's just because he doesn't have the tuft, like
he doesn't have his little ruffle and
he doesn't have the ruffle. You know, like the ruffle makes that suit he wears look very old timey. You take the ruffle out, it just looks like he's in like a very nice fitted suit with like a button undone and no tie. Yeah, so like there's like these little moments where I'm like, oh, like we're like in my mind, like when this is supposed to take place, like at what point did humanity go behind the wall? A lot of the technology has changed in like what I expected. Like it felt like a big deal that their main like ranged weaponry was a flintlock rifle.
Mm.
Like maybe in that like Civil War era where it's like not quite automatic, but it has like a more of a cartridge than just firing one round at a time,
Yeah.
and cannons. It was that kind of like step up, again, still under semi or automatic weaponry and like cannon battery.
Mm.
That like that kind of shift was interesting. More jarring than like the ODM guns.
Yeah.
Because the
Which are just
ODM
sawn
guns,
offs. They're very much just little shotguns.
yeah.
Because you see the holes those things make, and they're just like.
I'll be honest, I thought Jean was a goner. I yelped. I was like, no! Like
Yeah,
John, no!
Yeah.
I like him in his, like,
Armin finally shows his true colors. No. That dude did not hesitate. That dude did not hesitate to pull that trigger. That guy, between the end last week's our season 2 finale and this week, Armin's like,
we're having so much fun torturing her, Bertold. We're having such a good time with Annie.
He's not a nice person. That
And
kid
then
is fucked up.
Dude, how have I not seen Armin just holding a gun at the camera as a reaction image?
I think you might have done years ago.
But then, to be fair,
to go back and
screenshot that.
Like the Attack on Titan reaction images are the ones that survived anyway. One I can't tell you about just yet.
I was to say, I have no intention of looking up Attack on Titan reaction memes.
The biggest one though is when Irvin's asked Saren the question. He's like, "Who do you think the real enemy is?" Like that's the core main one that everyone gravitated towards. Actually, there's a third one as well. I just remembered, and I think it is
just Armin with the blick. Armin with the blick is amazing. But no. So I again, I'm just really excited by this. I'm excited to learn more about Levi. This is the first time I've heard his last name spoken. I did know it was Ackerman going in.
Which it's not the first time you've heard it spoken. They called him Levi Ackerman at the start.
Okay, I know that, and I brought it up, and then you told me I was wrong.
Yeah, no, I was trying to push you in a direction. I didn't tell you you were wrong. Actually, I questioned if they did or not.
You said, "Did they?" And you went, "I don't think so." And
I was trying to push you away from
which is that part of the rules that you're not allowed to break. Is tell me what I saw is what I didn't is not what I saw. You are not the Department of Homeland Security.
Wasn't a sight thing; it was a hearing thing.
Either way, so are he and Mikasa related?
Well, they got the same name at least.
It'd be weird if they weren't.
It would be, right? Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, they both look very Asian, right?
Yeah.
I say that when they're all Japanese anyway.
But they do kind of make a big deal out of Mikasa.
They say from the East. That's about it. A ton of other stuff does that as well.
But like everybody else in the show is pretty Germanic coded. Especially in the way the names are pronounced. It's not like we keep saying Rainer, but it's Raina.
It's Reiner.
You know, no. Reiner. Like they the.
But his name is Irvin. It's Irvin, not Irwin.
It's Irvin would be probably the more Germanic pronunciation of that.
Nice. Yeah, names.
So it just seems like a big deal that they seem like they are displaced. Which again, all of like the Germany coded stuff is also part of why ears are all the way up for a lot of things, especially the Night of Long Knives that's approaching. It's going to be more Kristallnacht first, and then it's going to be Night of Long Knives. Mitch, you fucked up by having your co-host for this one be somebody who knows a lot about Nazi Germany.
I didn't fuck up in the slightest, Joe. I have not been worried about you figuring out specific plot beats.
Because you don't think I will? Because you're excited for me to figure it out and crash out over it until it happens.
No, it's because it's not necessarily what happens. It's
how. Interesting. Yeah. But no, so
because you can figure out some parts of Attack on Titan. You ain't gonna see what's coming. I tell you, there's no way. There's zero fucking chance.
I feel like you're again in a similar pocket as we were with Evangelion, where it's like, oh, congratulations, you figured out that she's a clone. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. Human instrumentality is going to turn your brain into goo. Like, have fun predicting it's going to mind fuck you either way. So, and I'm excited for that. I love being like, aha, I solved it. And then it's like that reaction clip that gets used from the second It movie where Bill Hader as Richie Tozier is like, come on, you freak. And then he just flashes the deadlight. He's like, come on. Like, I'm waiting.
So well
for
done.
that.
You've solved what's in the open hand. But what's in this one?
Luminous Odyssey, spoiler with no context.
Oh, that's fun. I'm gonna have one interesting time figuring that one out. Or just seeing.
I'm gonna be honest. You won't be able to because it's like I don't know, like deep High Republic lore, but like
no. But I mean, not more why that's a connection.
It's way more literal. It's so literal and not subtle at all.
That's fine.
But either way. But no, I like everybody being on the run. I like this Kenny guy. This is a fun like secondary antagonist to have to deal with.
Levi's surrogate daddy.
Yeah, and his mentor, which I love. I love a hostile mentor-mentee relationship. Mm-hmm. And so often it's the mentor has a protege who went rogue, who, went down the wrong path. But sometimes that the mentor is off his rocker.
Or the mentor just never changed.
Sometimes it hits so hard. Shouts out my boy Dooku. But no, I'm really enjoying that. I will say I was not expecting a lot of the coup stuff to center on Historia's of there being like a true heir to the throne thing. I was expecting it to be more like the government is decadent and corrupt and they are lying to us about Titan stuff. But lying to us about Titan stuff. I was expecting to be more Titan stuff, more, the people of our government. And have we ever actually gotten a name for this nation state?
No.
Because they just keep saying this country, the nation, society, humanity. No. There's a charter of humanity and but nobody ever actually says like the name of the nation state that they live in the wall. No. Do they ever give it a name?
They do, yeah.
Is the name a spoiler?
No, but I just think it's better.
Does the new government give it a name and we didn't get a name before?
No.
Okay.
It has
inevitable new government that's
it has a name
awful.
right now. They just haven't told you it. I think that's
Can you tell me the name so I can just stop saying the nation state?
No, because I want you to find it out on your own. Also, I'm not entirely sure where the name comes from. I'm kind of
what?
I'm not entirely sure where the name, like where it's said and how it's said. I'm not sure if it's more of a plot point or not.
Okay, fair enough.
But there is a name.
There's a name. Okay. Well, either way, I was not expecting it to feel very like Game of Thrones, like Ned Stark's secret that like, the Targaryens do belong on the throne by right of whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I wasn't expecting it to be that.
Yeah.
I do think we are moving towards not only is the current king a pretender to the throne, but also they're lying to us about Titan shit. We've been betrayed by the government, blah, 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 blah. I'm expecting that to be and also this problem too. But right now it's just, about rightful heirs. But no, very interested, just very fascinated by that. Historia's backstory is just so cartoonishly upsetting. It like it really does.
So bad. Poor girl.
Poor girl.
I was happy that she nearly broke my nose. Oh, great. Poor Historia. Oh, Historia.
Can I say something that's can I have a too woke take?
You always do, so go ahead. It's the fact that he's hesitating. It's like,
no, I'm trying to find the right words for this. I think sometimes, and it's one of those I can't define it, but I know it when I see it. Stories that traffic in misery, like stories that are like hardcore misery porn, can sometimes be a little bit can sometimes be a little pipeliney.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
because they lean into like a nihilism that like is very good for dehumanizing another, right? And just there's certain beats in Historia's backstory where it's like to quote Wake Up Dead Man, the harlot whore mother, and the weak and cowardly father not willing to make adequate sacrifice or stand up when it's necessary. Like it very much feels like it's trafficking in, loose women plus weak men make a evil society that let hard men willing to make hard decisions prosper. And like it's that plus, if people are inherently evil, then it doesn't really matter if you do inherently evil shit to people. Kind of psychology,
which is Levi's entire argument, right?
Right. And we get to some of that as well. That I'm like, okay, like we're getting to a nihilism that allows for really, really ugly ideology to fester. Like, and I will say, I find myself unpersuaded and frankly unimpressed by how quickly it took for not everybody involved, but for Armin, with the help of Levi, to go straight to, we're all monsters in the fog of war. None of this matters. The moment you take a human life, your hands are sullied forever, and you need to live with that, but only because the other person won't be willing to hesitate and will take your life with glee. Like there's like an immediate darkness to the whole situation that is like,
gotta set the tone of the season, Jarod.
But there's a part of me that goes, no, Armin, that was a good shoot. It's not good. Like, it sucks you had to kill a person. Nobody really wants to do that unless you're a horrible person. You didn't want to do that. You saved your friend's life from a group of contract killers. There was a clear instigator, a clear aggressor. Their reasoning for wanting to kill Jean is not good. They're serving a corrupt, deceitful, by all accounts, like tyrannical government. And what then this cell sword was gonna slime your buddy, and you saved his life. The fact that it took 0.5 seconds to go straight to the horrors of war make us all complicit. There's no such thing as a peaceful resolution. People must die. Kind of astounded me. I was like, okay. I understand.
We've been here before. We've been here in this exact situation before. When Annie attacks the formation, we have that exact same conversation there. Not when she attacks it, but that like whole arc. We had the same conversation.
I just feel the jump here is really steep. I think it's interesting. I am
So I think it's more of
compelled
an
to see what
evolution as
this.
well of what we've had, like the mindset Levi's already had to justify being a scout and to get others to be a scout as well. It's just
Yeah, but again, even Levi says like there's like whenever, or I think I have either Levi or Armin say like, you know, when you're fighting a monster that just wants to eat you and has no real motivating philosophy other than I want to eat you seemingly for fun, and you have to kill that monster, it's different. And it's, yes, it is different because at the end of the day, there was a human life that was taken, and it's unfortunate. And they made choices. Maybe some of them were out of their control, but you made a game time decision. Like, I understand the tone the show is going for, and I understand that we are clearly moving in a direction where Levi as a character is clearly going to become a corrupting force. You know, that his worldview and that his mentality when it comes to warfare and combat and, you know, the oaths and vows that require one to rise to this occasion are complicated and muddy and unfortunate, but and it does a number on your psyche. It was jarring that nobody else in the room went, hey man, like you did what you had to do. It's okay. Like
I wouldn't
don't be
be.
so hard on yourself.
I don't
Like you
find that surprising because A, you have Mikasa in there. A, you have Levi in there. B, it's then
and then
what
you have a room full of other normal fucking
Yeah, but it's
people though.
how
Like,
who is it though? It's Armin, Jean, and is the bald kid in there? Like,
Connie.
I said Connie. I never remember Connie's name. You have one person that just shot someone, one person that was just nearly shot, Connie. The voices in that room against that aren't in a really position to actually talk about anything because there's a whole shock value of A, I was just nearly killed by a person. B, it was another person. It's not a Titan. Like it's just the unfortunate timing of it. So of course Levi's mentality. Also, he's a superior, right? They've looked up to this guy for years, so that
Sure, yeah.
mentality is going to be the one to win out there. They're not thinking straight in that moment.
Sure, and but that's why I'm saying he's gonna be a corrupting
Sure, sure, sure.
force. Is that like I think
I'm
that
just more saying for it's not surprising to me that it jumps straight to that and that's the winning one because the situation around it is set up in its favor.
sure, sure. And like I said, and that's not me saying it's bad. I'm
I
just saying like I
know.
was taken aback by the fact that we jumped there, and there wasn't even a little like there wasn't even a moment for hey, you did what you had to do. It's unpleasant, but you did the right thing with of the options you had. Your options were let Jean die. You probably die too because this person is going to keep shooting, you know. And then Levi steps in and goes, "No, horrors of war." And you know, like that you said, it was just shocking to me that they didn't even let the other side of that argument exist at all.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
They were like, no, horrors of war, suck it up. Speaking of the horrors of war and Armin, clearly on the trajectory to go to a very dark place. Him being assaulted was not something I anticipated happening at all. That was that was that was that might be, but I don't even have words for it, honestly. I did not expect the show to go to that place.
Yeah.
You know, and at first it felt like it was being played for laughs and I was uncomfortable with it. At first it felt like it was like, oh, this guy doesn't know he's a boy. But it just goes on and on and on, and you cut to Jean who can't even look. He can't even look. And I think a defining tone of this season is going to be theme is going to be the depravity of man. You know, that we are going to explore I think we're past wickedness and weakness. I think this is a world that is like very planted in wickedness and is very okay with going, we're all bad people. I just want to live in this bad world. And we're going to see that nihilism creep into Armin. And that spooks me. Because what makes Armin a compelling character to me is while he is in a bleak world, his on the fly
he's the optimist
strategy. A lot of his strategies require a sense of optimism. You know, like there's a sense of like his most recent cockamamie plan only works and makes sense because it relies on other people's abilities to do good or do things well. And that going away is scary to me because like I don't want this like one singular shining light normal goddamn person in the room to go away. But also I think that opens up his ability to have like an on the fly like, oh, wait a minute, if we A to B to C and then we jump all the way to G and then F or go back to like, you know, like that his A to B is going to be inherently more cruel. And that he is going to then adopt the ideology of acceptable losses and be okay with people are going to die, and his plans not mitigating damage and not, you know, being harm reduction kind of at the front. That's going to go away as well because he is now in a very, very much darker place from the jump. And it's just so harrowing. And I didn't expect the show to go to the place of these kidnappers think he's a girl, and a girl they know is a teenager. It's really, really uncomfortable. And I was surprised it went to that place. Yeah, I mean, a peek behind the curtain, we did just record CBC, so I'm a little scatterbrained just because, like, I watched the episodes and then we did a thing. So I'm going to kind of rely on you to kind of navigate us through the conversation here. To kind of
I watched last night.
Well, you know, but you're more familiar with the material.
Sure, but I've been sitting here like, when was Armin assaulted? I remember that, but was that in this 3 episodes? Like, I'm trying to figure out if that was a 4th episode or if that was a 3rd, and I'm
whenever he's disguised. I will say, I feel really bad for Aaron, and I don't want to because he's gonna find out he ate his dad soon.
Still cling to that one?
100%. 100%. That's fair. Now, okay, actually, let me take that back for a moment.
Oh.
The only thing that is dissuading me even a little bit from Aaron ate his father, and that's why we haven't seen him in a hot minute, is for that to be true, his father also had to be a Titan. Which is not impossible, assuming the hypothesis is correct. That when a normal Titan eats an abnormal, they themselves become an abnormal and are able to transition back and forth and have some amount of sentience and autonomy when they're in that form. It does not make it impossible that Aaron's father was a Titan. It simply adds another layer, and we're starting to get to hat on a 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 hood on a hat. Like it, like we're okay. Like it's getting more and more convoluted as this expands, and not inherently a bad thing. You know, let's say it disproves my theory that Aaron ate his father. Because again, with how bleak this show wants to be, especially how bleak it is off rip, that feels like a wonderful mid-season stinger to go, oh, by the way, Aaron, your old man, lunch.
What is the
So it's not impossible to me to still be on the table. But yeah. Because if Aaron's an abnormal, that means he ate somebody. If their theory is right. And what I also think is interesting is that Aaron is only half remembering that conversation. And part of me's curious, is part of it you're trying to drown out the part where you think you ate somebody, or were you just so in and out when you got put in that chokehold that you actually only remember, and you're not actively repressing something and pushing it off to the side.
I mean, Aaron might have eaten someone. It's also entirely possible that Aaron didn't eat someone and he's just an abnormal, right?
Sure. There's also a chance your theory is incorrect. I don't think
know.
it is. It seems demonstrated so far to be the case.
Maybe that's what the coordinate is, right?
Maybe.
So,
yeah. I'm trying to think what else.
While you're thinking, I just want to point out, while this is still done by the same studio at this point, because Wit did 1, 2, and 3, Mappa takes over in season 4. I find it fine the art style changes now, and there's one shot I think in these 3 episodes where it reverts back to the old one.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think it's in the
There's going to be an episode.
No, it's in the first episode of season 3. It reverts back. There's just one scene. It reverts back, and everyone's got the thick outlines, and it's for like 3 seconds at most. And then it just goes away again. So okay, that was entirely strange. Did that just get left in there? But I prefer how it looks now. I'm sorry.
I can go either way. I don't think I have a preference yet. But
granted, I think it's a bit more muted in the color palette. But that's whatever.
I see that. But that also might be a deliberate choice to kind of like start sucking some of the color out.
I think it is
darker.
Yeah.
And tone. But yeah, I also thought a lot of the stuff with oh, damn it. I said it earlier. One-armed commander.
Irvin.
I like the whole.
I forgot about Irvin. Yeah.
I like that we see him kind of being the point guy under house arrest. I like seeing the military coup start to take form.
Bloodless coup, please. Let's make.
Oh yeah.
Bloodless. No one's getting hurt.
He said bloodless coup, and I laughed out loud.
Bloodless.
He said that, and I went, ha ha ha.
No one's getting hurt. It's totally fine.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Attack on Titan, it's totally fine. No one's getting hurt. It's completely fine.
Yeah.
Completely fine.
Somebody suffering a horrible fate, Attack on Titan, in a mass casualty event. Why would that never happen?
It's a first time for everything, though, right?
It's a first time.
Why shouldn't Attack on Titan be the one to be a bloodless coup?
Yeah.
Why shouldn't Attack on Titan?
Mitch, so many people are gonna fucking die a horrible death. Oh, so many people are gonna die a horrible fucking death.
But not here, though. Not in the coup. Not in the bloodless coup.
No, you're totally not in the coup. So many people are not gonna die a horrible death for coup-related reasons.
It's gonna be totally fine. Totally fine. It's all clean sailing. Also, speaking of Irvin, when Hanji is, I can't remember exactly which bit, she's getting the information out of the guy, and he says, we took care of
the teacher being his father.
XYZ, and it's like that stupid teacher, the couple that knew how to fly. Obviously, he's talking about Irvin's dad.
The whore who screwed the wrong guy.
Yeah, that's the one.
His mother.
Yeah. Which I always thought was a nice little put that right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, because he said the teacher who knew too much, and then they cut back to Erwin talking to Pixis, and he goes, "My father was a teacher," and I went, "Oh no." But yeah, and again,
Kid Irvin's intense. That motherfucker's just like, stares everything. Unblinking, unflinching. It's like, this kid has seen some shit already. Goddamn.
But yeah, I really like these episodes. I really like the direction this is going. I love when they were like, "Oh, the government has a Titan." I said, "Oh, Squatch. It's got to be Squatch." It makes sense. Again, with their whole "the government has a Titan" at this point, I'm like, no, the government doesn't have a Titan. The government has the Titans.
So you reckon that the Wall government is in charge of Reiner and Berthold? Is that what you're saying?
I don't necessarily know if Reiner and Berthold know.
No?
I think I like General Grievous didn't know that Chancellor Palpatine and Darth Sidious were the same guy, but he knew Darth Sidious.
That's fair.
You know, Trade Federation didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, like it's very easy for people to be in on one secret and not the secret inside of the secret, which is the reason why the secret is a secret. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a very good chance that whoever is controlling the Beast Titan is, to make it Star Wars and to kind of drive this point home, I think whoever's controlling the Beast Titan is Count Dooku. And there's a vague idea. Yeah. There's a vague idea that Dooku answers to somebody, but is largely irrelevant because, like, it doesn't really matter if our marching orders is coming from this mystery person or Count Dooku. You know, like, we know there's a Darth Sidious. Whoever the hell that guy is, you know, he gives us intel, he gives us some funding, and we do what he says to do, and we get what he says to do from Dooku. You know,
fair. I can see that. I can see how you get that.
They don't know necessarily that the king, or the fact that, has the king even been named yet? Or did I miss that?
So I think they have.
Because the king is so shrouded in like literal shadows in those scenes where they're in the throne room.
Yeah. I think they have, but I think it's either in episode 1 or it might have been in the courtroom in season 1. Or some sort of scene like that. If that's
can
right,
you tell
then
me the king's name then?
No, so I can't remember.
Okay, fair. I feel less bad about it.
Right now? Nah. I could if I look up.
But I also get the vibe that, like, the king is not much more than a figurehead and is kind of there for appearances. Like, again, that's where, like, the Palpatine thing kind of gets inverted on that side. But still, I think that there's something going on where, like, the Titans think they're answering to the Beast Titan. The Beast Titan is getting orders. Fritz?
The Fritz family, yeah. I know they mentioned Fritz in this.
I did hear that mentioned. I didn't realize. Okay. So I think King Fritz is probably not much more than a figurehead at this point. Because, again, like, he says nothing, he does nothing while they're in that throne room. He's there. There's a shadow over him. Well, he's just almost looks asleep in the throne. Yeah. I think that it's basically Beast Titan is controlling the Titans in this war, and they have and the abnormals and the people masquerading as normal people think they're answering to whoever is controlling the Beast Titan. You know, which I guess in a way might make the Beast Titan Grievous.
That's where I thought you were going to go with it, to be honest.
I mean, the Clone Wars thing is, like, a lot of Separatist high command knows about Darth Sidious.
Sure, I just
they know there is a Sith Lord. No. They know there is a Sith Lord at the top of the pecking order that doesn't really have anything to do with us except for he's here and Dooku answers to him. You know, unclear if they even know Count Dooku's a fucking Sith. You know, it's treated like a big deal in TCW when they're like, you're Darth Tyrannus. So, you know, so I think they answer to Beast Titan guy. and they don't realize that they're like, maybe Beast Titan guy has a boss too, but they don't realize that that is either King Fritz or his kind of like council who are really pulling the strings, and that one is clearly looking for the earliest, much like the Emperor, and one is clearly looking for the earliest opportunity to get rid of the other one at the exact moment it is convenient and easy to be rid of them. But yeah, either way, this all goes to the top, and the government's in control of the Titans one way or another. Because that feels like the way the kind of like escalation of this twist has developed.
Yeah.
Is that you think it's really 1A, and by the time you've fully figured out 1A, we're on to the letter B now.
Yeah.
And that it feels like it's an escalation of like, oh, there's something weird about the Titans. The Titans have a weird physiology that doesn't quite make sense. The Titans are humans. We don't know how that's happening, but we think it's happening. Who is doing this? We don't know. You know, it also feels like there has to be some type of organization, because whenever Ymir is arrested, those soldiers who take her look nothing like anything we've seen before.
No.
Like blue uniforms, all with rifles. It very much feels like there is some type of like secret police or some type of like force embedded in regulating and making the Titan propagation happen. So
I can see that.
We will. No, I lost my gesture pen.
I'll have to see what happened there when I watch it back, because my StreamYard is all over the place right now. Yeah, audio's fine, but man's was like frozen like this for about 30 seconds just then.
But yeah, I think that's all I got for these first 3 episodes. I am really excited to finally get.
I think you should be
baby.
excited.
We are gonna get this coup on the road.
Bloodless coup, please.
Bloodless coup.
Have some respect for Irvin. The man lost a lot.
Yeah. That guy still has 2 arms, and there's going to be a bloodless coup.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll all work out, Jarod. It's totally fine.
Yeah, something horrible. So many people are going to die.
It's Attack on Titan, of course they are, but just not right now.
So many people are going to die.
It's fine. Well, a peek behind the curtain. Unfortunately for Jarod, he has to wait at least a week to watch the next part.
Yeah, I do. Like I said, unless something happens with Taylor and she's out of commission for a little bit, at which point I'm going to go, I'm watching 3 episodes right now. Get on the fucking recording.
So, because you have it's not spoiling. It's like season 3 is 2 arcs, and it's like right down the fucking middle. So you have 3 weeks of 3 episodes left of the arc.
Okay, I'm excited for it.
You should be.
Very.
There's this very specific moment that I'm really hoping. I'm so excited for, and I don't know. Actually, there's 2 moments. There's 2. One in particular. Keep quiet. Not you, them.
I know.
But yeah.
But I think that's all I got.
All right. So where?
You guys can find me over on the Nerd Academy podcast. Our MCU rewatch show, The Road to Doomsday, is going strong. Again, by the time this is out, I have no idea what will be on the channel. I keep forgetting to check the calendar and coordinate when these are coming out. But a new episode will be out when you're watching this. So go check it out on the Nerd Academy podcast channel. The Luminous Odyssey, the Star Wars RPG show we're doing. Also, we just recorded another episode when we're recording this last night. So go check that out. Very exciting stuff. We had our first combat, which was learning a new system for combat is difficult. But we had our first combat, and it was exciting. And totally did not go subpar.
Did Taylor die? Did Taylor die?
Spoilers.
Oh no. Not that I'm taking that as a yes, but
somebody in the party may have been run through with a lightsaber. Tune in to Luminous Odyssey to find out who and how our heroes get out of this one. That episode will probably be out by the time this episode's out of Pro and Noob, so you know what happened. But then Epic Confrontations, by the time this is out, again, our match will have been recorded. Who knows when it comes out. But the Jedi Princes have their debut match against another debuting team, Boy Paraxium. It'll be me and Michael McCoy against Goose Acosta from Triad of the Force and Sean Room, former Dragon Con champion. So very, very exciting match there. And yeah.
Yeah, so go. We'll do the time. I was looking up the MCU order because I felt like the videos you have on the YouTube currently were the wrong ones. And I'm like, that's not right. I said, no, it is right. I said, no. Had a real back and internal forth. That was a weird moment. But yeah, Mitch 692 on Blue Sky. It's where you will find me. The link tree is everywhere. And like, comment, subscribe. So
I had a very funny Blue Sky post the other night.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't see.
It was one of those, like, when you just like post something out of context from a conversation you had in the real world. Alden was talking about a Star Wars script he's writing for fun, and made a joke about how Ethan Hawke was like in his mind.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
And I was like, and he said Ethan Hawke was playing a Zabrak, and I went, Ethan Koth, and everybody went, that's funny. And I said, I'm gonna post that. And I made myself laugh looking at Eth Koth and Ethan Hawke next to each other.
Bless you. No, I saw that one. Obviously, I'm devoid of all fucking context.
Most people are.
And it's the larger Star Wars thing. And I'm just like, oh, slightly funny even still. Yeah. So well done.
He said slightly funny even still.
Ethan still.
Ethan Koth still.
So we will catch you all next week.
Peace.